we live? Are we live? And are we live? Let's just double check. Please say this would work. Please. Yes. Yes. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Essential Wrestling News Backlash Watch Party. Oh my goodness, I did not think that we would be live tonight. Ignore that post. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones. Essential Wrestling News is live for WWE Backlash. Oh, baby. Oh. We are 9 minutes away from WWE Backlash in Tampa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Essential Wrestling News Watch Party of WWE Backlash. Oh, so guy, come on, where are you, babies? Where are you? Oh. We are. Oh my gosh, that was hard. Guys, you would not believe the nightmare I had getting this live stream sorted. Right, let's get to some official business, shall we? Should we run through the match card for Backlash? I think that's where we'll start. Oh, we can. Right, so on tonight's card, we have two former friends going at it in the Empress of Tomorrow, Oscar, taking on the Genius of the Sky in Io Sky. We also then have the architect, the visionary Seth freaking Rollins going against Braun Baker. Wow. We also have the United States title on the line. That's right. Trick Mello meaning Trick Williams, will be defending his United States title against the man from the underground in Sami Zayn. We then have Danhausen and a mystery partner taking on Kit Wilson and The Miz. We also then have Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu for the World Heavyweight title, and OMG, I don't want to say it, but I do believe it. I do think Jacob Fatu could be our new World Heavyweight Champion after Backlash. What are your guys' predictions? Of course, let me know in the chat. Wow. And of course, guys, let's do the official introduction, shall we? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WWE Backlash live stream watch party here on Essential Wrestling News. We are 4 minutes away from WWE Backlash beginning. Wow. Was hoping, pardon me, was hoping that we are live. Oh, you wouldn't believe what I've had to do to get here tonight. You really wouldn't. So guys, welcome in to the WWE Backlash watch party. Obviously, you know the rules, guys. Let me know in the chat that you are here. Of course, we'll be here throughout the night, breaking down everything that goes down at WWE Backlash. And we are 2 minutes 58 seconds away from WWE Backlash taking place in Tampa Bay, Florida. Wow. Oh, guys, who is excited? And of course, you know, we had such a momentous night for WrestleMania Night 2. Of course, thank you to everyone that tuned in to WrestleMania Night 2 live stream here on Essential Wrestling News. Of course, you guys bring the love, so I give you the love back. So thank you millions for tuning in. Guys, we are 1 minute 46 away. I'm just going to take a very quick break. Pardon me. Ugh. Guys, come on in. Let me know you are here. Here we go.
This is the vibrant Gulf Coast city of Tampa, which is the epicenter of the WWE Universe tonight. Downtown is the Benchmark International Arena, home to the NHL's Tampa Bay Lightning, and tonight, host of WWE Backlash. The United States title is on the line tonight. The championship leader, his buddy Giuliani on the right, to take on ex-champion Sami Zayn in a WrestleMania rematch tonight. Io Sky on the right-hand side of your screen looks to write the final chapter in a roller coaster relationship with the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. They go one-on-one tonight. Very nice, very evil. Davey Danhausen's partner versus Kit Wilson in the men's
Danhausen
at Backlash tonight. The man who ignited a family civil war, Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, says he needs the world title, but he says he needs to beat his cousin to do it. The tribal chief, the head of the table, the world heavyweight champion, Roman Reigns. Can the OTC keep the title away from his cousin, Jacob Fatu, tonight? Welcome to Tampa, here live for Backlash.
Part-time crap. We're gonna fix that. Y'all better make some room, because y'all gonna see my ass all summer. I don't want that title. I need that title. You don't deserve it. You haven't earned it. Me allowing you to compete against me, I can't do that.
Hold on. Go on, Breaker.
You are the reason that I didn't get my hand raised at WrestleMania this year.
The showdown is set.
I'll see you at Backlash. Io Sky versus
Trick, wisdom, rocking knees, living never steppers. I cannot wait for this.
It's gonna be an explosion.
Grit your teeth and get ready for impact. Welcome to WWE Backlash.
Welcome in, guys. Rollins! Nope. Yep. Guys, if you're in here, let me know the audio's all right, please.
Thank you for joining us tonight on ESPN2 and, of course, internationally on Netflix. I'm Michael Cole. He's Wade Barrett. Seth Rollins looking to try to stop the rise of Braun Breaker.
Yeah, it's kind of the theme of the night here tonight. Young stars trying to take down some of the pillars of WWE from the past 10+ years. Seth Rollins has his work cut out for him tonight against Braun Breaker.
In this match tonight, representing the Vision, Braun Breaker. The unpredictable badass, Braun Breaker. And if you get a tail of the tape on this matchup, Wade, I believe on Seth Rollins' side, you had experience. And that would be it. Braun Breaker on the other side, strength, power, speed, stamina. Breaker hopes to slay Rollins tonight.
Yeah, Braun Breaker is potentially anybody in the locker room's worst nightmare. And Seth Rollins needs to be very careful not to be dragged into a war of attrition against this young, explosive, powerful superstar. Seth Rollins needs to use his brain here, turn this into a chess game, and try and outsmart Braun Breaker.
I think there's two key points to this matchup. First, Seth Rollins needs to end this early. I think the longer the matchup goes, it favors Breaker. Number two, Seth Rollins has to be careful of that. The attempted spear by Breaker. He's hit that spear on Rollins a half dozen times the past few weeks. And that was suicide dive by Rollins. And a lot of pent-up frustration with Rollins as it comes to Breaker.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we're talking about. Braun Breaker taking out Seth Rollins over 6 months ago, costing him numerous times in his career, costing him the World Heavyweight Championship with a vicious attack, and that is now exploding in the face of Braun Breaker.
Breaker now in a suicide dive, driving Breaker into the announce table. Rollins like a ball of fire to start this matchup tonight against Breaker.
That's exactly how Seth needed to start, get the upper hand early and try and finish the job, as you mentioned, Cole.
You know, Seth Rollins told me on the Countdown Show in a very special interview that he's nearing 40 years old. He doesn't know how much time he has left at the top. He understands there's going to be many like Braun Breaker trying to take him down a notch. So this is such an important match for Rollins tonight.
Yeah, forget just 40 years old. That's 40 years. And he spent much of that, a significant chunk of it, at the very top, competing in WWE.
Takes down Breaker, and you have to admire the official for letting things go in the early part of this matchup because there's been so much bad blood between these two. Remember, it was Rollins the night after WrestleMania last year who formed the Vision. He brought Braun Breaker in. He brought Bronson Reed in. And then in October of last year, Breaker turns on Rollins and excommunicates Rollins from the group that he formed. And Breakker picking Rollins out of the air.
God, here we go.
And now, suplex right out to the floor.
Well, that's that young power of Breakker coming to the fore early on. Did not want to fall in line behind Seth Rollins. Saw Seth Rollins as somebody who was simply using Braun Breakker to keep himself at the top of the card, effectively using Breakker as a bodyguard to maintain his reign as the World Heavyweight Champion. And that simply did not work for Braun Breakker.
And how much things can change in a year. Last year, right here in Tampa, Florida, Breakker and Rollins were actually a tag team as they took on CM Punk and Sami Zayn in a matchup. Now they are bitter enemies. For Rollins, just his second match in the past 7 months. The last one was at WrestleMania, a classic against Gunther, before Braun Breakker would interfere and break things up. And Breakker now with a takedown of Rollins, and now Breakker on offense.
Just fierce levels of aggression from Breakker. I'm glad you've raised the fact that this is Rollins' second match in 7 months. There is an element of ring rust and ring cardio that simply might not be there for someone like Seth Rollins. Doesn't matter how much you train, you never get to gain speed without being battle-hardened.
And let's not forget, Wade, that Seth Rollins, Braun Breakker missed some significant time too with an injury.
You'll know full well as an athlete, the younger you are, the quicker you bounce back from injuries. That is simple truth, especially with the amount of miles already on the body of Seth Rollins.
And here's the cover and a kick out by Seth at one. Braun Breakker likes to talk trash. He thinks very highly of himself. Interesting video of him in the gym this past week, bench pressing 400 pounds. It's trash talking Seth Rollins as he did it.
Yeah, 4 and 5, full reps with ease on the bench press. That is just ludicrous.
How quick was Braun there?
Yeah,
Come on, Braun.
The early onslaught that came from Seth Rollins has just bounced off the mentality of Braun Breakker. Didn't start to doubt himself, didn't start to wonder, can I really make it at this level against Seth? Just absorbed that damage and is now bouncing back and replying tenfold.
Tonight we knew that this man, Braun Breakker, was going to be a star, a future main eventer. Back in June of 2020, 6 years ago, Seth Rollins would go down to NXT, defend the World Championship, and retain it against Braun Breakker. He went to Shawn Michaels and said, listen, give me the best that NXT has. Shawn Michaels, the Hall of Famer, the Heartbreak Kid, said it's Braun Breakker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's talk about Paul Heyman on the outside. This squeeze on the throat of Seth Rollins causing some major damage. Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar has retired. He needs a new person to hold his teeth into a guaranteed future WrestleMania main eventer who can barely pick better than Braun Breakker.
Rollins down delivers a chop to Braun. You know, Braun Breakker understands that he made this bed and he has to lie in it. He has no friends, nobody to help him out. And he talked a lot about the parallels with Breakker. Breakker did to Rollins, much like Rollins did to the Shield a decade earlier. And here's the cover by Breakker. And Rollins just in 2 kicks out.
Yeah, I like that comparison with what Seth did to the Shield. Let's face it, in the history of this industry, power is never gifted to anybody. It has to be taken in a hostile fashion. And they don't come much more hostile than Braun Breakker and his treatment of Seth freaking Rollins.
Tonight that Rollins took the Shield. That's it. Change the entire trajectory of the industry.
For yourself. Self-centered piece of trash.
In many ways, Breakker's attack on Rollins last year did the same thing.
It did the same thing, but it can also be said that perhaps Breakker preempted an attack from Rollins. Leopards don't change their spots. Rollins has form of doing that. Breakker just got to Rollins before, as Breakker sees it, Rollins inevitably attacked him.
When I asked Rollins about his strategy tonight, he said, listen, when my back is against the wall, I am my best version of myself. He said the problem with Breakker is he took his shot a couple of times, delivering spears, and he wasn't able to kill Rollins, and Seth says that's going to come back and bite Braun.
The tables seem to be turning in this match. Momentum slowly drifting towards Seth Rollins. And Braun could be paying the price right before our eyes.
Rollins has said it on a number of occasions. Braun is a future star, but he's just not ready.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. Braun Breaker was born ready. Oh my God!
And now big takedown with a clothesline to Rollins. Breaker collapses into the cover, hook to the leg. Wallace has got to kick it to another near fall. But again, there's the quickness, the 23-mile-per-hour speed of Breaker.
Take a look at this human blur. This is one huge human being, 250 pounds. And it's right across the larynx of Seth freaking Rollins. And I take umbrage with Seth Rollins saying, Braun Breaker is not yet ready. If you listen to guys at the top of the card, the young guys will never be ready. How many times have we seen top stars slow the momentum of guys they are threatened by? And that could be the case with Rollins and Breaker.
Another release German by Braun, who is putting Rollins through the ringer. Remember, Rollins had the shoulder injury. He's had a history of knee injuries. Of course, he's got to be banged up internally after all the spears in the past few weeks. And those suplexes will hurt your insides even more. Covered by Breaker. Is it enough? And Rollins again kicks out a near fall.
It's been clear from the word go that there is a lunatic streak inside of Braun Breaker. You called him a head case on occasion. I would say the biggest asset he has is Paul Heyman on the outside, guiding that lunatic streak, targeting it exclusively on Seth Rollins.
He's a fly short of the Happy Meal is what he is. But nonetheless, to your point on Heyman, Rollins has warned Breaker, don't trust the man. Rollins knows that firsthand. Paul Heyman going to hook his wagon to the next stars he's done his entire career.
There's been a history of it, but the rewards of having Heyman on your side, albeit for a temporary amount of time, are just too great to turn down for many superstars. And Seth was in that same position not so long ago.
And Rollins now, he's actually buddy Breaker, creating anything he can to create some space.
We'll fight tooth and nail against this guy.
Frankensteiner! Cover!
1, 2.
Rollins!
Oh!
The man is a six-time champion.
Yeah, did not execute that Frankensteiner quite as crisply as he wanted, and that could have been the difference of how Seth was.
Come on, Braun.
Enough damage caused, however, to keep the architect down for now.
When you talk about Heyman, there you see the oracle, words of wisdom being directed the way of Braun Breaker.
And that is the cheat code for Braun Breaker, who currently lacks the experience at the top 10 level of a Seth Rollins. That's why he has to lean on the smarts of Paul Heyman.
Local crowd electric here tonight, over 15,000. Sold out in Tampa. Braun Breaker has been dominating much of this match, but has not been able to put the better Rollins away. Dumps him out to the floor.
Attacking those ribs of Seth Rollins, the ribs have taken so much abuse, as you mentioned, the spear after spear over the past several weeks, and Ron's got that look in his eye, and this rarely ends well for his opponent.
Seth better turn around because Braun Breaker, breakneck speed, and Rollins super kick. I believe Breaker was going for the spear, and Rollins met him there.
What an absolute bullseye from Seth freaking Rollins, and a moving target. Both men laid out, and the count is climbing, Cole.
Yeah, now the official counting with Ernest. A count of 5. 10 count. We'll have a double count out. Count of 6 now.
7.
Rollins and Breaker trying
8.
Count of 8.
9.
Breaker and Rollins barely beat the count. So close.
Rollins was on 9.9 there, living dangerously. Tells you the toll that has been taken on Seth's body so far. But this may well now turn into a dogfight, and for me, that has to benefit Breaker.
Mentioned earlier, the longer this match goes, Braun Breaker could start to take clotheslines by Rollins, just wearing down Breaker.
Rollins just has that durability, that heart and drive that has served him so well through his career.
Rollins has to duck underneath that. Now big clothesline with Braun Breaker. Rollins into the cover, took with a leg. Near fall for Seth.
Yeah, that was a dropping.
Breaker's in position. Seth kick to the face. Cover.
1, 2.
And a kick out later. The only thing that saved Breaker Breaker there. Rollins was going for the stop. And Breaker just moved himself.
Heyman's having kitchen.
Another locker in this, essentially a knee to the temple with what we can only assume was meant to be a stomp. But it shows you the issue of Braun Breaker, how resilient he is. He simply got up too fast for Seth to pull off that stomp.
Electric tonight. Rollins believes he may have Breaker where he wants him.
Those deep waters that Seth is only too well versed in, but Braun, on the other hand, maybe has not been this deep so far in his career. New territory for the young man.
Rollins had Breaker in position for the stop. Kiss Paul Heyman goodbye. Went for the stop. Breaker caught him.
But don't gloat until it's over, Seth.
You let Heyman get to him a bit and allow Braun Breaker to counter. Look at the power of Breaker. Military press into a knees to the gut. Softened him up. For a spear. But Rollins intercepted it with an knee.
Braun Breaker.
Turning things inside out. On the back of his neck. And that's not good for Rollins. Standing loose off Breaker.
Sorry, guys.
Cover now. Kick out by Seth.
I'm not sure what Seth was going for there, but the body just seemed to give up on him halfway through, and that might be that exhaustion, that pain factor kicking in, and you know full well Braun Breaker senses that and has a major upper hand now.
Oh, you know, if we've only had one match.
Hey, admin, you would not believe the gremlins tried to beat me again. The buffering gremlins, but I managed to pull it off.
Wanted retribution, wanted revenge, wanted to show Breaker he was wrong when he dismantled the Queen as well as did.
5.
Rollins over to turn things around. He's got Breaker in trouble. Braun trying to hang on. Not enough. Seth Rollins with a buckle bomb. Oh, what a clothesline! The explosiveness of Braun Breaker.
Just a home run slug to the throat. Take another look at this. Buckle bomb to Breaker to move this damage. So many superstars, but immediately a desperation response perhaps from Breaker at exactly the right time.
What a way to kick off Backlash. Live on ESPN2 in the States, Netflix internationally, over 15,000 WWE fans. Are we witnessing the rise of Breaker? Or will Seth Rollins continue to stay on top?
Seth Rollins looks like a broken man on the outside. Roll to the outside to try and get some breathing room, but now in hot pursuit.
Breaker's not even breathing hard, Wade.
Laser focused. Doing maximum damage.
Bouncing Seth off our announce table.
Keep you aware of the count. Oh God, Seth.
Oh, no. We've seen Breaker do this before. Braun Breaker has become his calling card. That jumping clothesline onto the table, wiping out Rollins.
Putting his own body on the line in a hellacious landing. Seth Rollins taking even worse of it. Both men flying out as the count is now climbing.
Wait, is this match as physical as you thought it would be?
Well, perhaps even more so. It should have been over by now, and it may be over in a matter of seconds. We're up to 4, Cole.
I don't know how Braun Breaker does it. Launches his body through the air like that, collapsing onto his opponent on the announce table. The official now on a count of 7. Breaker trying to drag Rollins back into the ring and dub.
Well, Breaker's here to make a statement. Does not want to win by counter. It could have been over right there had Breaker wanted it to be.
And now Braun Breaker going to climb up top. Looking to go to the top rope. Seth Rollins, though, going to meet him there. Quick as a cat. Rollins with a superplex. Oh, Breaker, what a counter for the win. Rollins is still in it. Holy hell. Rollins usually goes for the Falcon Arrow there. What a counter by Breaker.
Here's the superplex. We've seen it a million times Rollins, but no, Braun Breaker is just built different to any other superstar that Seth has been in there with before. On both men,
Very close.
It could have been over in a blink of an eye there for Seth Rollins.
15,000 plus trying to rally Seth Rollins here in Tampa, singing a song. The official checking on Rollins there.
Fortunately, it might take more than a song to save Seth Rollins from his predicament.
And Braun just now stalking and having his way with Rollins. How many times have we seen Seth turn that superplex into a Falcon Arrow, and Breaker this time was able to count?
Well, Breaker just has the physical answers that perhaps nobody else in the locker room does have. Just freak levels of power and explosivity, and we'll get a little dose of it right here, perhaps.
Rollins, though, trying to keep the fight. Couple of shots to the ribs.
Well, we know full well Seth Rollins has that fighting spirit, that drive that is unmatched, and now raking the back of Breaker. Old school tactic, but highly effective there. Created some separation, but not for long.
And another Frankensteiner.
And you have a clock in your head. When you deliver damage to an opponent, you know how long it's going to take till they're back up on their feet. Well, throw that clock out of the window when you're in there with Braun Breaker, because time just speeds up.
He just continues to move forward. Never comes out of fifth gear. And another Frankensteiner. Rollins somehow landed on his feet. Breaker can't believe it. Rollins getting fired up now. How does Rollins keep doing it?
Well, this is why Seth freaking Rollins may be the best in-ring of his generation.
No doubt about that. Divisionary. Breaker, though. Counter going to tell him. Pedigree. And Breaker's in top position.
Well, they're going for the pin, but no.
Stop. Stop the Breaker. Can Rollins capitalize? Heyman down on the apron. He's livid.
Go on, Seth.
Smile on the face of Seth
Don't
Rollins.
tempt him,
How
Paul.
wise was that of Heyman, Wade?
Well, there was a Hail Mary from Heyman because he knew it was over there, but Seth Rollins apparently was expecting this. Not taken by surprise by the shenanigans.
Oh, yeah. Rollins, he was ready. Austin Theory in the vision. Logan Paul as well. Rollins knew they were hiding somewhere in the woodwork, and he was ready to your
Of course the vision was hiding.
Well, he's used this playbook himself in the past. He may well have read the playbook.
Theory. Heyman saved Breaker after the stop by Rollins.
Breaker was dead and buried in that ring, and Austin Theory has to be down for the count. And if Logan Paul
Don't get counted out.
Rollins has thwarted the Vision's attack.
But the attack and the insertion from Heyman.
A spear by Breaker. And Rollins kicked out. I thought that was it. Rollins at 2 3/4.
Well, Heyman is in shock. The world is in shock. Breaker can't believe it. I will say this, Breaker did not make top speed on that spear. That perhaps is the only reason Rollins is still ticking.
Right.
Breaker even more angry. Breaker was just recovering from that pedigree stomp combo, shaking off the cobwebs, and this spells danger.
Go on.
Breaker, on a spear, counter into a pedigree. Rollins countered the spear. And now Seth's got a chance.
Well, will the body cooperate enough to put this one away?
Rollins going up to the second rope, looking for an avalanche stomp here.
Neither do I. Neither do I. Hey, admin. Isn't it funny? I bought this t-shirt the night we got wet. at Nottingham, waiting to go in to see the rest of
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest win in the career of Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker has arrived.
What a ferocious matchup, and Braun Breaker's physicality in the end got himself the win. And this is when Logan and Theory had just been taken out by Seth after they inserted themselves in the match. It was this almost short spear from a groggy Breaker catching Rollins by surprise, almost getting the win. Here goes the 10-2. But Rollins, so smart, so reactive, catching Breaker with a pedigree.
I just knew he would.
But then there's a leaping Rollins.
I knew he'd win.
Explosive from the ground spear, and this just popped things away for good. No way back after this one. A super turbo speed there. Spear right to the gut of Seth freaking Rollins. And you said it, Cole, the biggest win of Breaker's career. You have arrived at the very top, Braun Breaker.
I have Seth Rollins with a lost means.
God, I'll be right back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next here on ESPN2, Triple H, the United States champion, in a WrestleMania rematch against Sami Zayn. Trick and Sammy coming up next. Well, here's a look at the new Invincible versus Throwdown in the most brutal and visceral 3-on-3 tag fighting action in the universe. Invincible versus is out now on Xbox Series consoles, PlayStation 5, and PC.
You'll never take this planet.
Your little fireworks won't stop one bill from my
Oh, hey, Mark, Dad.
You're making this too easy. Yes. And now Sammy's got Williams exactly where he wants him. Trick shot! Trick shot!
Trick Williams is officially anointed with the gold.
That's right, Trick Williams is the opportunity.
Right. If you're the anointed one, then I'm the prophecy.
And if you want the United States champion, then you find Trick Williams.
Whoa! Gypsy, what are you doing?
Oh, Sammy.
The gingerbread man represents Trick Williams a lot more than it does me. This is a shell of a man, and that's exactly what Trick Williams is.
Tell me the news, Doc. It's the funeral for the gingerbread man.
Take a moment of silence for my friend, the gingerbread man.
Enough! Are you kidding me? You're trying to make a joke out of me?
Now, this is personal.
A funeral for the gingerbread man. What have I missed?
This is my life. This is my
Admin?
life.
The resurrection!
Sammy, at Backlash, I'm gonna go that trick.
I was asking, what have I missed? I kind of knew what was happening with the gingerbread man, but a funeral? Is this because of what Sami Zayn did? I wish we wouldn't get these commercials during pay-per-views. Really, I don't. Ugh. Oh dear. Are they running out of storylines again? It'd be something Vince McMahon does, wouldn't it? Holding a funeral for the gingerbread man.
With Club WWE, you'll be part of something bigger. A global network of passionate fans that we want to reward with dedication and loyalty. This is your destination. This is Club WWE. Becoming
Definitely.
Insider. With Club WWE, you'll experience live shows like never before.
Yeah.
Members get an exclusive 24-hour pre-sale window, but that is just the beginning.
Here's the funny thing, right?
Full experience, but Club
This
WWE
announcement that John Cena's meant to do tonight, it's meant to be about this club.
Members only lounges, superstars dropping by, and parties, events, and ways to earn reward points on site.
Let's hope it.
Keep an eye out for flash discounts.
I'd love for it to be WrestleMania London that he announces, but I can't see that happening. Oh.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Champions. Taking the first challenger from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in for 212 pounds, Sami Zayn.
Jimmy has the phrase ride or die written on his knee pads. That, of course, paid homage to the longtime fans that have stuck with Sami Zayn through thick and thin. The problem is, many believe many of those fans have moved on. He's a grizzled and bitter, angry veteran running out of time to accomplish the one goal that has eluded him, a world championship. And many think that pressure is finally getting to Zayn.
Yeah, I think that's a really harsh take. I think Sami Zayn has dedicated his body, his soul to this industry.
That's hard because I've spoken about this.
Legacy of achievement here. In the past few months, Trick Williams has come along, and apparently
I would have a damn good go at getting to it. I really would.
Into a punchline, and I understand.
As you know, I went to all in London
Let's check on her.
to WrestleMania.
Yeah, guys, I am
That would
United
just
States
tick my
champion
bucket
Trick
list
Williams
off,
and
that
Lil
one.
Yachty. I spoke to Sami Zayn earlier, and he said that he is feeling great.
Would you try and
What
get
is your response?
ticket?
Sammy's feeling great. Quit lying. You've been lying for weeks, saying you're the one with all the experience. You the veteran. Sammy, quit lying. Since you met me, I've been running this. I'm the puppet master. I'm the vet in the game. It's Trick Williams' world. And tonight, all the games is over. You're going to see that. Let's talk about it.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Oh yeah? I like it. What? What?
And his opponent, accompanied by Grammy Award-nominated, multi-platinum, and diamond artist, Lil Yachty. From Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in for 240 pounds, he is the United States Champion, Trick Williams.
Hey, the kendo stick that Lil Yachty's carrying looks a bit familiar. It was last night at the Gingerbread Man's funeral. Lil Yachty and Cloudy.
Gingerbread
And all of us.
Yes, Craig is Yachty inside the corpse of the Gingerbread Man. But that in a nutshell, that Gingerbread Man prop has been used to taunt Zayn. It really epitomizes what Sammy used as the disrespect from the relative newcomer Trick Williams and his rapper friend Lil Yachty.
For Trick Williams, what an important matchup tonight. He beat Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. And in this WrestleMania rematch, Trick Williams can prove to the world that what happened in Las Vegas last month was not a fluke.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, here we go. What frustration from Sammy right off the bat, and the normal calm and collected Sami Zayn has become completely erratic and frazzled since the arrival of Trick Williams, completely under the former champs.
Hey, admin, what do you think to the new setup? The mic, the boom stand, and the headphones?
The United States Championship. Sami Zayn looking to win the United States title for the third time in his career. Lil Yachty is here to do the bench.
Oh my God, I love Lil Yachty. I'm absolutely rich. Dollar bills, y'all.
Thank you.
What are you going to do with all those dollar bills tonight?
You and I should probably let them spend them. The only place you can spend dollar bills, Michael Cole, you fill in the blanks.
Sami Zayn now backing Williams into the corner. And Sami Zayn looking to be aggressive in this match tonight. What does Sami need to do, Wade, to win the United States Championship?
Sami needs to be really careful. Obviously, he wants to win the United States Championship. He's also said
I would like to see Sami win, but I can't see them letting Triple drop it so soon.
Disqualified. And make sure you can stay in control of your emotions.
It wouldn't be fair on him.
Much like we saw in the previous match, Wade, veteran versus relative newcomer. Sami Zayn looking to use his experience against Trick Williams tonight.
It has to. Trick Williams clearly has
superior.
But I'm making a prediction now. It's bad to walk out as the new World Heavyweight Champion.
He won the TNA World Championship at NXT Battleground in this city.
Pretty much built from the ground up right here in this state of Florida. Over the road in Orlando.
Infectious charisma from Trick Williams.
I'll tell you right now, he's got the industry excited in ways I've not seen in a long time. Just put Trick Williams under the spotlight and it will work.
And again, that pisses somebody like Sami Zayn
off. For sure. Well, Trick Williams has so much charisma and talent. He's got a rocket ship to the very top, whereas Sami Zayn had to grind it out for years the hard way. Fighting for every inch that he's got in this industry.
But again, getting back to Sami Zayn, it's about evolving.
Could be possible.
It's about the evolution in this industry. Changing things up, change the way you do things. And Sami Zayn's been very stubborn to change the way he does things.
I agree with you to an extent, but recently we've seen fractures, let's say, in his personality. He started saying, okay, fans who don't want me anymore, no problem.
Just like this here. Trying to use the steel steps, but again, Sami's got to be careful he's not disqualified. Trick Williams has the champ's advantage in this match.
And again, I understand why Sami's so frustrated. We got Lil Yachty on the outside, swinging that candy cane kendo stick around. That's a major distraction. Why should Sami Zayn not be upset at that?
Sami down. Bouncing Williams.
Do you really think he's got to
Again, you hear them. The WWE fans getting all over Sami, and Sami just can't quite understand why.
I mean, what has Sammy done wrong over the past several months? Go back 6 months, everybody loved him. Everyone was cheering him on to finally become the world champion.
Well, listen, I've always been a fan of Sammy's, but he has been acting a bit of a jerk lately.
I'm not so sure he has. I think he's been the victim of a lot of games and fun at his expense from Trick Williams, not least, of course, the gingerbread man that was brought along simply to mock Zayn. I think that will get anyone to the end of their table.
Oh! Victim syndrome for Sami Zayn. Interesting. Cover. Wow. Win the championship and a kick out by Trick. Another cover by Sammy. Wrap the arm this time. Hook the leg. This time he's going to put his full body weight on Trick. He's got a kick out.
I mean, Trick simply cannot match. Again, Sammy sucks. Chance, ring out. This is a man who's dedicated his life to this industry, entertained these fans, these WWE fans, for over 10 years with some of the best matches we've seen. Now their loyalty has completely shifted to the hot new star, the latest fashionable thing, Trick Williams. For all this
We're back in a sec.
I feel bad for Zayn.
A lot of things for Sami Zayn. Changed the night that he brought. Oh, wow. Quick neck breaker by Trick Williams. A lot of things changed for Sami Zayn the night that he beat Carmelo Hayes. Another young up-and-comer who's the United States champion. Fans didn't take too kindly to that as you take another look at the athleticism of Trick Williams.
Well, as much as I've taken a shot at these fans for jumping onto Trick Williams, he is a very, very easy superstar to like, and that's just one glimpse of exactly why. Fleek athleticism, especially for such a massive frame.
Trick caught him. That spin kick. And now big power slam to Zayn. Takes his time. Really has developed in the ring. He's had all the talent in the world.
He's got the poise too.
Oh, takedown by Sammy. Oh, and a big kick to the face by Trick.
Get a little too cocky in there with someone like Sami Zayn, who's as resilient as they come, and he needs it all here because Trick has the wind in his sails.
Williams measuring his man, went for a trick kick, and Sami Zayn able to turn it around, went for the Blue Thunder Bomb, counter by Williams, and Williams with a bookend, slams Sami Zayn, and a kick out by Sammy.
Oh, Sami's head bounced off the mat hard there. Take another look at some of this action, this big Uranagi bookend style. Almost wiping out Sami Zayn, but there's that toughness of Zayn that has been his signature over the past 20 years.
Yeah, Trick Williams with that bookend paying homage to a man who's been in his corner since the very beginning. The great Hall of Famer, voice of NXT, Booker T. Now Williams and Sammy up on the top rope.
Both men sucking on oxygen here. The bodies are starting to give out. How deep can you dig here?
It's all about the prestigious United States Championship. Sammy looking to get the upper hand, beating Trick Williams down.
Sammy just looking to exhaust Trick Williams at this point, thinking he can simply outlast the United States champion.
The crowd's getting in his head. He's got to be careful. Sunset flip power bomb by Zayn. Cover to regain the championship, and a kick out at two.
I'll tell you right now, once the crowd are in your head, the only thing you can do to shut them up is to win Joel. Hold it high above your head. Zayn knows that and needs to stay focused. Ignore Yachty, ignore the crowd. Focus on taking down Trick.
Sammy trying to rally the crowd, and he gets booze instead. I think Ryder dies here tonight. Sammy looking for an Aluma kick. Williams catches him with a boot to the face.
And there's a desperate move from Trick.
Went for that Cyclone kick. Sami Zayn. Blue Thunder Bomb. Cover for the championship. Another near fall by Zayn.
Well, Sami Zayn starting to show Trick Williams that there are indeed levels to this. Everything you throw at me, I'll bob and weave, duck and move, and come back with moves like that Blue Thunder Bomb. And you feel that spirit starting to ebb away from Trick Williams. How gritty can you get, Trick? You're going to need it here.
It has been inspiring to watch the maturation process of Trick Williams over the past few years.
Such a fast learner, fast developer, as tough as they come.
Sammy springboard leapfrog. Oh, may have injured his knee. Came down hard on his knee, tweaks his knee, and forcing the official to back the champ to the corner.
Well, a non-contact injury.
Hey, admin, have you realised we've gone up to 17 followers on the Facebook page?
I officially want to get a doctor over here. Oh, Williams. Trick Williams. Oh, look at Sammy's hand, though. Roll up. Isn't it up? And Trick kicks out.
Sammy playing a little possum pass. That is a veteran move from Zayna. Wait up.
Little Yachty now on the apron. Sammy with a countdown stick.
Oh.
Little Yachty arguing with the official, backfired. Sami Zayn into the cover. Not this way. No kick out.
Well, it would have been poetic justice. It would have backfired on Yachty. And Trick had gone down for the count on that one. Especially after the treatment of last night on SmackDown and the so-called Gingerbread Man funeral.
I understand what Yachty was trying to do there.
With a level of inexperience, you would think from Little Yachty, the wrong time to jump up, the wrong time to take the rest of the attention.
Very dirty
The
from
wrong time to
Sammy.
leave that kendo stick lying around.
And Yachty understands that he may have cost Trick Williams this matchup because Trick's in deep trouble.
Trick is not getting up. And now he's getting a mud hole stomped in the corner.
Again, he's got a 5.
You know what? I need to do some catching up with AEW and TNA as well.
Sammy will take all of that
I really
4.99 seconds
Behind with them.
before backing off. That is the smart veteran thing to do. Especially with gold on the line here.
Well, Sammy understands the champ's in trouble. This is his opportunity.
Then there can't be no let up at this point.
Definitely true. Okay.
This is eerily reminiscent of how Sammy defeated Carmelo Hayes several.
Oh, little Yachty. What are you doing?
Trick Williams. Cover. And Sammy kicked out onto the cyclone boot for Williams.
Well, how quickly did that pendulum swing back in the favor of Trick Williams thanks to Lil Yachty? Well, both men down in a heap and hurting, and the championship hanging in the balance. With Lil Yachty out of nowhere behind the referee's back, and a little payback with that kendo stick.
Well, Sammy showing the resilience of a veteran tonight. And this place has been electric all night long. United States Championship on the line. Williams and Zayn.
Two competitors running on fumes at this point. But Sammy, with the wherewithal, the smarts, still has his head in the game.
And plenty more to come tonight over on the ESPN app with the Unlimited plan. Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, world title. Sammy now trying to clock Little Yachty and drops him.
Really? That's interesting.
That's a couple of months of frustration payback right there to Lil Yachty, but focus on the task in hand, Sammy.
Very interesting, in fact.
It allows Trick Williams to recover. And a clothesline drops Sammy on the steps.
Club to the ear almost. But a highly effective dropping Zayn.
He's going to go for a bookend down the steel steps. And Sammy with a DDT.
Oh, that could be a cold KO right there. Trick Williams on the crown of his head, eating the steel.
And now Sammy's got to get the champ in the ring. Remember, champ's advantage, pinfall or submission. Only way Sammy can win the gold. Sami Zayn now. Paloma kick to the back of the head of Lil Yachty.
Yeah, I would agree.
Already beat the hell out of the guy earlier.
And Yachty is down for the count. And so soon may be Trick.
Paloma kick incoming. Trick moves out of the way. Trick shot. Trick shot. Williams retains.
I knew that would happen. Just knew.
Champion, Trick I'll put these dollar bills in my pocket. As Trick Williams celebrates. Trick Williams, ladies and gentlemen.
For who?
Proves
Two
that
for two
WrestleMania
for
is
you.
no fluke.
Well, the humiliation of saying it's fully complete and
Wait, sit down.
oh, you're making it rain out
Well, I
here.
know it's more money you make in a year, but
Oh, me. Okay.
Celebrated in style with a major victory for Trick Williams, the retention of the United States Championship. And here is how it went down. Sami Zayn thinking he had a major upper hand here, spiking Trick Williams on the top of his head.
Hold on a minute, Ad.
Steel step with a DDT. Well, this is where
Hold on a minute,
got
Admin.
taken out with that haluva
You're
kick from
2 for
behind.
2 as well.
And when Sami Zayn was ready to
Your
kill us with a gun,
predictions say
Trick Williams
Braun
reversed
and
the spin.
Trick.
One trick shot. On a 1, 2, 3
So we're
later,
drawn
the
at the
champ
moment.
has retained the superior movement when it counts in championship poise and timing from Trick Williams, whose legend in this industry is continuing to grow.
you were holding $2 in your hand. What is that going to get us tonight?
Vegas will take what they can get.
Trick Williams celebrating, and again the frustration continues.
The only reason I know is because I'm looking right
We
now.
want to remind everyone that, well, thank you for joining us on ESPN2. We head over to the ESPN app with the unlimited plan in just a couple of moments. And of course, our main event tonight is this family civil war between the world champion Roman Reigns and the challenger, his cousin Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, what a wild ride that matchup is going to be. Championship on the line.
That's our main event tonight. Also coming up on the ESPN app and Netflix International. Io Sky takes on Asuka. What a roller coaster of emotions this has been for both of these women. Again, we head over to the ESPN app with the unlimited plan. Netflix internationally. See you on the other side.
I'm watching on Netflix, so
This summer, the world arrives. Dear
ugh. I don't know. I want to say CM Punk. I really do. But I don't know. I'm going to go with CM Punk, but I could be off with that one. Now, for the rest of the matches that are yet to come, Jacob, for me, Oscar, and I want to say the Danhausen. Oh, now I've heard a lot of rumours about that. That'd be interesting if it was. It'd definitely be interesting if it was Shane McMahon. But saying that, ain't he working for AEW now? That's the last rumour I heard, that he was working for AEW. What a bit. I mean, I could totally be off, but it might be. Hey, just think, we'll be in bed just after 3, so woohoo. I mean, I'd like it. Very quickly, I just wish that I would keep SmackDown at 3 or 2 hours long. I hate when they keep changing timings for SmackDown. Night of Champions on the 27th of June. In Riyadh, obviously. And we've got, after this one, we've got Clash in Italy, Night of Champions, Saturday night main event, SummerSlam, and Money in the Bank. Overfed me to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Dave.
Friends Monday. We are faced with 2 aggressive storms. Call Eisenhower.
We have a small window, but the timing must be perfect.
So my man,
The only one they don't change is Monday Night Raw.
They'll never see it coming. We will accept nothing less than full victory.
Pressure, the untold true story of D-Day. Ready PG
It would be interesting if they did.
Engagement at Dolby Cinema.
Backlash is in Tampa, Florida tonight. Visit Tampa Bay, and the Tampa Bay Sports Commission lead the way in bringing top-tier sports and entertainment to the destination. And how about Cook? By Zoom Tucker, an official theme song of Backlash. It is available now on Apple Music and Spotify. Hey, wait, how about we go shop
Thanks for tuning in.
Backlash gear right now at WWEshop.com. Tonight, only 25% off site-wide. Hey, the General is giving a break to the Long family. They're going from the upper bowl to the ringside, all thanks to the General. Go to general.com/WWE to enter for a chance to be crowned the Fan of the Year. Holla, holla! The Long family in the house. Holla, holla. Teddy Long. Okay. Look at the program.
I get you now. All right, makes sense. Now I feel stupid.
Only the first time. I wonder how much time Kit Wilson spends in front of that mirror.
Well, if you looked as good as Kit Wilson, you would spend that amount of time in front of the mirror too. However, unfortunately for your wife, you look like Michael Cole.
I'm afraid to look in the mirror. So Miz and Kit Wilson set for tag team action against Danhausen and someone.
Yeah, no.
You think he's going to go along?
Just no one will tag with it.
This is how this matchup came about, folks.
Look, I am trying to help these young superstars like Ilya.
I know. I have someone
for you to mentor.
Meet Danhausen.
Oh my God, the most must-see WWE superstar of all time to me. Hey, Danhausen, you're perfect for this. As my mentor, you can wear his best-selling new t-shirt. Hey, the base. Come on in, the water's great. Get out! Well, no, I have to.
Why can't you get it through your Dracula brain that I'm not going to mentor you?
I have you a cheeseburger. No! Oh, you are just.
Grace, I would love to marry you all over again.
And I just want to say, who the hell do you think you are?
Sticking gum.
I am cursed. Danhausen, I will be your mentor.
There is no curse. You're not the mentee. You're not a part of this family. You are toxic. Danhausen demands a match with them.
How about at Backlash, if you find a tag team partner that matches yours?
All right.
You really think this is going to work?
Whoa! Free human monies. Oh! What doors work?
So Miz and Kip Wilson waiting to see who Danhausen, if anyone, will tag with here tonight.
Weird.
The Danhausen Mobile.
Oh, not this contraption again.
He took me for a ride in that earlier today. I had to ride in the back, but
Somebody tow it. Take it to the pound, clamp it, get rid of it. It's a fire hazard. So this doofus couldn't get anyone to tag with him, so he's built a cloning machine to clone himself so he has a tag partner. Yeah, good luck with that.
you know, they have cloned sheep.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God.
What on earth is that? That's the clone of Danhausen.
Oh, it looks just like him. He's a Danhausen.
Why did the machine run out of juice halfway through the process? Where's the rest of it?
The cloning machine worked, obviously.
Well, it obviously worked to about 50% strength. This thing is going to tag with Danhausen. This is actually happening.
Wait, it's a person.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
People don't come out of clone machines, Michael Cole. Explain that.
Well, they clone sheep. You don't believe in that either? Hey, Danhausen. What's up, buddy? How are you? Hey, Vinny Danhausen.
Get away from me.
I think he may curse you.
I am cursed by the fact that I have to sit next to Michael Cole for the entirety of this broadcast. I think I've suffered enough already.
That is the coolest thing.
There's nothing cool about this. This is just absurd. It's making a mockery of the Hall of Fame career of The Miz and the future Hall of Fame career of Kit Wilson.
I was not going to carry it away. Tell you, Danhausen's taking the world by storm. He was on ESPN all week this week. Did you see when he did the top plays of the week? One of the funniest things I ever seen. He cursed sports center anchors. He cursed Stephen A. Smith, who deserves it.
Danhausen has not taken the world by storm. He has taken the feeble-minded of this world by storm. Big difference.
Yeah, there's a lot of people off saying that.
A lot of feeble-minded people.
Don't check their socials tonight.
Why not? I'll block them all.
Danhausen and Minihausen.
Miz ready to master, inspire, and zone in on this 50% clone of Danhausen.
So the matchup's underway. It is a tag team matchup. And I think Kit Wilson wants to start things off against Minihausen.
Who wouldn't want to start against that thing?
Stop calling it a thing. It's a human being, Wade. Oh, and Kit Wilson.
Okay, on a serious note, is that actually a child? Because if it is, the whole company's going to get in a ton of trouble.
It's not a child.
How do you know?
It's a Minihausen. Big difference.
You actually don't know this for sure.
Oh, Minihausen just landed on his feet. Rolled through, kicked out of the name. Look at him go.
Kid's got some moves.
Springboard! Guess what?
All right, this isn't fair.
I think he's a Luchahausen. Get it? Whatever. Talking to the dead out here. Nice takedown by Minihausen. And now Miz into the matchup.
Let's pick things up, Miz.
And Miz having a tough time here in the early going. Jeez. Wow, what a hurricane. The cloning machine's pretty good.
Around the wall twice. This little person, as you like to put it, Michael Cole, has some real talent. And I don't think Kit Wilson or Miz were anywhere near prepared for this.
I'm now going to climb to the top rope. Oh! It is Undertaker impersonation. And Wilson able to power up Minihausen. He continues to pound away, and now sent Kit Wilson outside the ring. So I can, defensive Miz, I guess. They weren't prepared for this.
Well, he's a slippery little devil. That's what the problem we're having here. We need to slow this little guy down, and that doesn't appear to be happening anytime soon.
Now, on the shoulders of Danhausen, and taking out Miz and Kit Wilson.
All right, we need a strategy, and we need a strategy fast, Miz. Start thinking. Use all your 20-plus years of experience at the top. Two-time Grand Slam champ, The Miz, being put through this by Danhausen.
Gingerbread Man and Minihausen. What a 24 hours we've had. And now, Miz driving Danhausen into the steel post.
Well, this is more like it. Yes!
And driving Minihausen into the ropes. Referee Eddie Arango trying to stop Kit Wilson. Miz with a cheap shot.
Well, Minihausen is a little bit too toxic for my liking, and it's about time Kit Wilson stamps some authority on this match, and hopefully on the face of Minihausen.
Well, it's going to be Deadhausen soon.
Oh, wait.
Sent into the corner, the second turnbuckle. And Wilson now with a tag to the Miz. Hey, this all started when Danhausen asked Miz to be his mentor, and Miz turned him down.
Yeah, of course he turned him down. Nobody wants to be Danhausen's mentor.
Look at the mentor.
Power of Miz now with a military press. He's pretty proud of this.
Well, you would be proud if you could pull off a move like that.
Against someone who weighs about 60 pounds.
What a rippling physique of The Miz. There's simply no competing with that level of talent, Minihausen or otherwise.
I don't know. Miz used to like to have fun, right? This is fun.
Beating up the Minihausen.
This is, but I mean, in Miz's mind. Not double team coming. Double suplex. Danhausen better wake up quick because his clone.
Oh, powerhouses.
Was in deep trouble.
Danhausen is a refund on his clone machine.
And there's the vertical suplex delivered by Kit Wilson. Thought he was going to have a nonchalant cover. Minihausen able to get the shoulder up.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Gotta
It's
like
almost over.
And another cover. Gotta like to fight this little dude. Now Kit Wilson just wearing him down.
While Minihausen is just making it worse for himself. All right, you've come out here, you've impressed everyone with your moves, but just tap out, go to the back, and never return to WWE.
Well, look who's back up on the apron trying to rally the crowd in the far corner. Danhausen's here as Kit Wilson now ragdolls Minihausen. Placing Minihausen in the old trio low.
There was simply no defense in this one. Minihausen is a beaten man. And Kit Wilson, of course, enjoying every...
Oh, great core strength by Minihausen.
Amazing powers of recovery, too. And what the hell is he up to?
The top rope moonsault. Danhausen trying to rally the WWE fans. Here comes Miz. Hey, here comes Danhausen. Very nice, very evil.
This little pest who has caused the Miz and Kit Wilson so many problems.
He doesn't look like a little pest here. There's some sweet moves by Danhausen.
Continuing to hold Kit and Miz.
And out of steam a little bit. Trying to catch his breath. Nobody home. Kit Wilson in the Miz.
Oh! Wow. He hides it well, but he has some real talent once he gets going. I can't lie.
On a DDT by Danhausen. Danhausen impressive in the ring.
And this will be the biggest humiliation of Miz and Kit's career if somehow...
Oh, okay.
And Kit Wilson took the bullet for Miz. Miz out from behind. He's the legal man. Got the tights kick out by Danhausen.
And Wilson putting his body on the line for his mentor, and it's paying off now.
Tag made. Minihausen, the legal man.
I don't think Miz saw that, but he knows now.
Minihausen, top rope. Lana will send Kit Wilson out of the ring.
Nice.
Like a projectile landing on Miz in the process. But this Minihausen is up to something.
Suicide dive. Down goes Kit.
A rough landing for all three on that one, but now staggered Minihausen smells victory.
And Kit Wilson wants a timeout or a shower. And ran right into a boot by Kit.
Just suck it in, the little guy. How smart is Kit Wilson? Brains as well as good looks. The guy's got everything.
Oh no, back into the counting machine.
Return to sender, address unknown.
The Minihausen's locked in the cloning machine. Hey, it restarted.
Hopefully it blows up.
Minihausen, yeah! Oh, look at this! More Minihausens! They're assaulting Kit Wilson!
Those little goblins from WrestleMania!
The cloning machine works!
It works a little too well, if you ask me. Wilson in trouble. Oh, God, they're coming this way. Oh, my God, oh, my God. They're all over you. Look at this way. Look at this. Airplane spin. Airplane spin. Wasteland! No, that's my move! Wasteland! Dirty little goblin! Don't you dare use a wasteland! Wait! Oh my God! Wait! He's on your lap! He's on your lap! Wait! He just took right out of the chair! And look at this! Oh, wait a minute! Minnie Housen tried to curse Kid Wilson! Kid Wilson in the mirror! Turn the curse around! Miz down with a skull crushing finale! Kid Housen breaks things off! Minnie Housen tried to curse Kid Wilson, but Wilson used that mirror to turn the curse around and curse Minnie Housen. Genius! Now somebody come along and get rid of these multiple Minnie Housens at the desk. They're going to cheat through the wires. They're biting me. And Danhausen now trying to rally, dragging Minnie Housen to the corner. The hell is going on? Well, tag is made. Danhausen now the legal man. Oh, Miz with a slap. Man, this has been humiliating for Miz and Kit Wilson so far tonight. And look at this little Fez press. Very little Fez press. The piston-like hands of Danhausen sends Miz over the top rope. Kid Wilson going to try his fair. He goes over the top as well. Oh, this one's got a hell in a handbasket. These things keep grimacing at me. And now the celebration out here. Shoot! Danhausen sent into our table. Miz now. Yes, finish the job. Miz with a fire extinguisher in hand. Hope he knows how to use this thing. No, Miz, I believe you, as a dog, are Carcel. Miz just blasted his partner. Just froze his own eyeballs. Miz can't see. Oh, we're
this snap.
Minnie Housen from the top rope takes out Kid Wilson. Danhausen, pump kick, cover.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, a buddy just texted me and I agree. This right here, Wayne, this is wrestling. No, it's not. What the hell just happened, Michael Cole? What happened to the industry that I love so much? I'm covered in Minnie Housen saliva, paint, bruises, and bite marks. Oh, what a match this was. Kid Wilson threw Minnie Housen into the cloning machine. Problem was, it cloned Danhausen 5 more times. Well, way too well, and then these little things ran riot outside the ring. So this is right after the mirror turned the curse around to Minnie Housen. Off the skull-crushing finale. It was Danhausen breaking things up. And this is one of the most disgraceful scenes we've ever seen in wrestling. The cursed fire extinguisher suddenly was uncursed. Right in the face of Miz and Kid Wilson, and now blinded. And Luchahausen launches himself off the top rope. And then Danhausen, with the icing on the cake, a pump kick to a man that all he wanted to do, Wade, was have Miz as his mentor. Miz said no, and now the Miz is cursed. Well, I hope the young athletes of NXT are studying this intensely to know exactly what not to do in the world of professional wrestling. Danhausen and the Minnie Housen celebrating tonight. No, we're not quite on the same page yet on how to disappear when he goes dark. Hey, you know, bring home all the action with the all-new
LJ and WWE superstars vintage style action figures. Wave 2 features some of the all-time greats of WWE, including King Kong Bundy, along with Hall of Famers, the Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Jeff Giovanni Ventura. Look for these figures now at Target in the United States. And right now, we have some breaking news with this special announcement.
All right.
This September, the biggest spectacle in Lucha Libre transforms into an unforgettable two-night event.
This is Triple Mania.
It all starts Friday, September 11th,
This is Lucha Libre
and ends Sunday, September 13th in Mexico City. It's the first ever two-night Triple Mania. Friday, September 11th and Sunday, September 13th. Scan the QR code for more information and stay tuned for the first location to be announced.
Mexican Lucha Libre promotion AAA will hold its largest annual Mania across 2 nights for the first time this September. Triple Mania 34 will take place on Friday, September 11th at a location to be announced, followed by Arena CDMX in Mexico City on Sunday, September 13th. Fans interested in receiving exclusive pre-sale can register at WWE.com/TripleMania34 and look out for Triple Mania's opening night location to be announced soon. Still to come tonight, it is our main event. The OTC, the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in a family civil war against his cousin, Jacob Fatu. They battle for the World Heavyweight Championship tonight.
When you don't order furniture from Wayfair, it's natural to wonder what if. Like, what if it doesn't get the space? Or what if it's tough to put together? What if it doesn't hold up? What if your friend Charles hates it?
I hate it.
With Wayfair, you don't have to wonder what if. It's style you'll love with quality you can trust.
That Wayfair sofa is fresh. These chips, stale. You putting on a popcorn?
So guys, I want to know your thoughts, your opinions on Backlash. What would you guys rate it out of 10? And of course, we are going to be live for Clash in Italy and SummerSlam
is coming to US Bank Stadium in Minnesota, August 1st and 2nd. 2-day combo tickets on sale now via Ticketmaster.
Plus Money in the Bank. Right.
Introducing first from Tokyo, Japan,
All right.
Well, there's been a roller coaster of emotions for Io Sky over the past couple of years in this caustic relationship with the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. These two started off in Japan many years ago in what is called the Senpai Kohai system. Senpai the senior, that was Asuka. Kohai the junior, that was Io Sky. But Asuka says she never treated Io Sky that way. She treated her as an equal. In fact, they went on to form a very successful tag team called Triple Tails. But in the years after that, Wade, Asuka claims that Io Sky turned her back on the Empress of Tomorrow. Hence the reason we are here today.
Well, she absolutely did turn her back on the Empress of Tomorrow, her mentor, the woman who brought her into this industry, because Io Sky chose to team up with Asuka's biggest rival in her entire career, Rhea Bloody Ripley. That's something you just don't do. So Asuka, feeling abandoned as an ally to Io Sky, turned all her venom and her poison mist towards the genius of the stuff.
Asuka says she continues to attempt to cut out the dead weight in her life. People that have been burying her like Io Sky. Asuka says her victory tonight will allow her to free herself. Remember, the mind game started for Asuka this past Monday on Raw during a sit-down interview when she actually misted Io Sky, something Io has to watch out for tonight.
Yeah, this former friendship, mentor-mentee relationship has turned into bitterness, jealousy, betrayal. And clearly, Asuka wants to excommunicate Io Sky for good. Well, now is your chance, Asuka.
You're the most decorated women in WWE doing battle tonight. The evil Empress, Asuka, and the genius of the Sky, Io Sky.
No doubt about it. Two of the greatest in-ring talents in history, globally respected, but now with a serious loathing for one another. Very intense looking Io Sky, who has been hurt by this breakdown in relationship with Asuka. Asuka looks incredibly relaxed. That bodes well for the Empress of Tomorrow.
So Io and Asuka underway here at Backlash. This moment has been years in the making. And a collar and elbow tie-up to start things off tonight. If you're Io Sky, how do you take out Asuka?
Well, you've got to mentally, first of all, stay in the game and forget the fact that this was a close confidant for many years, the woman who brought you into the industry. You've got to keep your mind together. You've also got to avoid that poison mist if it does rear its head.
Now Io Sky backing Asuka into the ropes. The official time in this matchup. Houston is looking on, and Io now and Asuka.
There's almost hesitation from Io on that break. Did not want to strike Asuka. Asuka had no hesitation whatsoever. Respect is clearly one way at this point in the match.
And Asuka with a side headlock, wrestling Io Sky to the mat. Both these women were part of the group Damage Control a number of years ago. And things really started to fall apart. And now Asuka, Io Sky turns it around into a side headlock.
Asuka carrying such a domineering personality, tends to appreciate wallflowers who are happy to be subservient to her. There can be only one queen bee around here, and as far as Asuka's concerned, it is her.
Yeah, but Io Sky doesn't belong in the shadow of Asuka anymore. She's an accomplished two-time world champion, Money in the Bank winner.
Certainly doesn't belong in the shadow, but what Asuka sees is that Io is an ungrateful former student who's now thrown back everything Asuka has shown her in her face.
She was tired of being treated like garbage. And off that basement drop kick, Io Sky now on the attack.
If someone tags up with your worst enemy, I question who really is treating who like garbage, Michael Cole.
Io Sky does own a one-on-one victory over Asuka. That was 3 years ago. When Io was the champion. The WWE champion. Asuka face first into the second turnbuckle.
And it's really that superior movement of Io Sky that is telling the story right now.
Covered by Io. Asuka kicks out at 2.
Asuka is a master of strikes, a master of technical holds, but that movement, that high-flying ability of Io Sky is where the genius of the Sky really needs to focus her attacks in this one.
And you talked about Io's relationship with the now WWE champion Rhea Ripley. They were tag champs, won the tag titles from the Kabuki Warriors, of which Asuka was a part back earlier this year. Io now dropping Asuka to the floor.
Io is really woken up after the early goings. The polite early start from Io has been put to bed.
And look at Asuka, great move. Io is going up the ropes, and Asuka able to counter. And oh goodness!
Oh, side of the head first into the
Welcome in, guys. Welcome in.
The gloves really are off now.
Yeah, this is where Asuka becomes so dangerous.
This is part of the problem. These two do know each other so well, and clearly Asuka is using that to her advantage, second guessing exactly what Io is going to try, and then cutting her off at the pass before Io gets any momentum.
Surely not.
And now Asuka, this is vintage Asuka right here.
This needs to be the moment that Asuka really punishes.
God, swap the chat right.
Io.
We're going to be finished by
Makes her regret
1.
the day she even met Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Well, just after 1, which means we'll be in bed for about 2.
This is the pace that Asuka wants.
Surely not.
Absolutely, a slow and torturous breakdown of the body of the genius of the Sky. How the hell can Io Sky take flight with a busted back on a rattled brain?
And round Io, do not allow her to fly.
Surely not.
Now Asuka just punishing Io in the corner. This is the aggressiveness, the style that Asuka likes.
Yeah, Asuka's completely smothering Io Sky in this one. And what a strategy, using all of the years of experience, every move in her playbook to not let Io get out of the blocks. And Io's just getting bullied in this.
Asuka just trying to teach Io a lesson. Io back to her feet, trying to fight back now. Here comes Io Sky, taking the fight to Asuka.
Well, it's taunting from Asuka. Is really.
Oh, that kick just drops Io. Is it enough to put her away? And a kick out by Sky.
That was such a brutal shot. I was about to say this taunting of Io has finally snapped something inside the genius of the Sky, and she's starting to fight fire with fire, but as soon as she was out of the blocks there, chopped back down by a vicious strike.
Now controlling the left arm of Sky, continues the aggressive nature of this matchup.
It's about making an example of an unruly student, a former student Not just beating Io, beating her up and torturing her in front of the world.
Io body shots now to Asuka. And again, with no remorse. And look at Asuka.
Just a little extra venom on every single shot. We know how tough Asuka really is. We've seen it time and time again, how vicious those shots are. But there's a little extra 15 or 20% on each one of them tonight. And Io has no answer for it.
Yeah, four-time world champion Asuka. She's won a Rumble, Money in the Bank, 5 tag team titles to her credit. What a strike. And another kick.
I love how relentless Asuka is being. No sentimentality whatsoever.
Yeah, but Io ain't now deliver a forearm of her own. Now Asuka down. Io stopped in the midsection. And Io starting to build it. Well, maybe not. This collapses after the punishment at the hands of the Empress of Tomorrow.
Well, may well have been a final flurry from Io Sky, who has taken such a beating since this match started. Bought her a brief respite. But we suspect that Asuka is going to be back throwing bombs very soon.
15,215 on hand tonight. Sold out in Tampa for Backlash. Io Sky, Asuka. It was very personal rivalry underway. Back fist by Io.
Well, Io's now got that second win. A couple of Shote uppercuts for good measure. And it is now Asuka who's starting to wobble.
Reversal now, Io sent to the corner. She'll slide out to the apron. Asuka misses wildly. And Io Sky, and hang Asuka up on her arm.
Well, Io Sky suddenly looks good as new, and that does not bode well for Asuka at all.
Genius in the Sky up top, missile ball kick.
Well, Io Sky is as unorthodox as they come, but the people have fallen in love with this woman. Boy, tight attack! But Asuka in a whole world of trouble here.
Near fall for Io Sky.
And these pauses, when you put a flurry together like that, the pause afterwards, the kick out, the shot, is where your own body starts hurting once again. Io has to block all of that out and keep her foot on the gas.
Guys, of course, this live stream is brought to you by the Essential Wrestling News Facebook page. So, big thank you to them.
A little strong style there from Asuka, who is starting to believe once again, thinks she's stifled that flurry from Io Sky and is back in the driver's seat.
Now Asuka went for the kick. Io Sky going to roll her up, shoulders down. Another near fall. Io quickly back to her feet. This is going to kick her on the backside. Io again into the cover. And Asuka has forced the kick out at 2.
The superior reactions at this point in the match from Io Sky, who may well be operating on instinct, and that's a good place to be when you're as good as Io Sky.
Yeah, perhaps looking for a German suplex. Asuka able to grab the second rope.
Use whatever you can do at this point in the matchup. Things are getting ready.
Suplex into a bridge. Kick out at 2.
Oh, what a transition.
Asuka looking for Asuka walk. Trying to take out Io Sky.
About as central in the ring as you could be, right on the logo.
What does Io have to do to get out of this now? Asuka turns it around.
Rambling for dear life, and Io trying her best to get any form of leverage, manages it.
And caught Asuka with a kick.
Much damage was done to that shoulder in the process of Io Sky. Just shot for shot at this point. Whose reactions are quicker?
Oh, there's the knee from Asuka.
There's crazy levels of conditioning from both women, and unsurprisingly, collapsing in a heap. And it really is up for grabs now.
Yeah, turning point of the matchup with Asuka and Io Sky.
Both women known for being so hard-wearing. absorbing heavy-duty offense and firing back in kind.
Asuka dragging herself to her feet. Io Sky as well. And Asuka, look at the Asuka lock. Io Sky trying to. She's got it in now. Asuka lock is in. Io Sky's in trouble.
Looking deep, but Io managing to navigate her way partially out at least,
but not quite.
It's a power struggle now.
Asuka dragging her back to her feet. And Io with a back elbow trying to create some separation. A stunner action from Io.
Now's the time you've got to double down on that. Oh!
Asuka caught her.
Once again, it's those holds of Asuka.
Hardball applied. Io Sky nowhere to go.
That arm is fully extended. That elbow is about to pop.
The center of the ring. Will Io Sky tap out, trying to turn things around? Io able to do that. Now Io Sky with a submission. Hold locked in. And it's Asuka in trouble now. Is Asuka going to tap out?
Giving Asuka a taste of her own medicine, wrenching on that jaw, stretching the trapezius muscle. But Asuka is close to tapping here, Cole.
Trying to drag herself to the bottom rope. Not quite there. And now she gets her foot on the bottom rope, and that's going to force a break by Io.
There's great resistance from Asuka, and it had to be by hook or by crook. Get out of the hole, get to the rope, but in a real bad way on the edge of the apron.
And now it's Asuka trying to catch her breath. Back to the apron again. Io Sky now going to climb the ropes.
Yeah, well, this is Io Sky's
and Asuka.
And Asuka knew it. A pull of the hair, smashed face first into that steel post again.
And Asuka now takes control.
But there are alarm bells going off in the mind of Asuka there, knowing full well what Io was trying to conjure up on the ropes. Not where you want to be with the genius of the sky. And an uppercut, once again, knocking the stuffing out of the Empress of Tomorrow.
And now Io hammering away Asuka. They're high above the ring. Carolina. Asuka now turns it into a pin. Almost had Io. Kicks out.
Oh, man, you cannot get any closer to a victory. Referee was right in there on the button. And 2.9 and not enough.
What a tremendous counter by Asuka.
Oh, that was fantastic, but we've got to expect that level of talent and skill from Asuka. But can Asuka close this off now?
Asuka. This is Io Sky now. Flying Asuka out to the floor.
The back of the head of Asuka just caught that middle rope in a bad way, too. Of course, that arm of Io Sky is causing a tremendous amount of trouble. You have to block that out now. Get refocused. Launch another assault on the woman you just dropped to the outside.
And here comes Io Sky. Asuka caught with a forearm. Look at the suicide dive.
Completely baited Io Sky in on that one and caught her at full momentum.
And now Io Sky on the announce table. Asuka has her where she wants her. What type of damage is Asuka going to do out here? Cleaning on her table now.
This is not only in a hurry. Referee has really lost control here. Asuka's got a lane count now to do as much damage.
Back in a second, guys.
Io able to block. Dangerous situation here for both these women. Asuka now right for the vest. And Io Sky grab your notepad, Wade. You notebook and uses the shield.
The smallest thing I've ever seen. Saving herself in the match.
And the best backfire on Asuka. And now Io Sky dropping Asuka on the announce table. What a brilliant move by Io.
Well, Asuka just played her ace and it's bounced back in her face.
And now Io off the announce table, taking Asuka down. And you're right, Asuka pulling out all the stops.
Well, that was
but it didn't quite work.
Best shot at taking down Io, and Io had the answer.
Io now. Oh, second rope moonsault takes Asuka down. This has got to be so Feels so good for Io Sky.
Well, I'll tell you right now, historically speaking, once Io has this kind of momentum, once Io has this kind of audience behind her, very difficult to slow down from here.
And Asuka with a miss, it backfired. Great resilience by Io Sky. Has Asuka where she wants her. Io, the genius of the sky now, up to the top rope. Asuka moved out of harm's way. Grabs Io.
Just about gets Io locked in position, and that old ball once again locked in, and Io's close to tapping.
Asuka avoided Io's moonsault, and Io Sky now turns it into a pinning combination. Asuka still has everything locked in now, looking for the Asuka lock. Center of the ring, trying to get Io Sky to tap out. Io trying to hang on. I don't think that's a tap. She's just flailing away, trying to stay in this.
Oh, that was close to a tap out. Referee was having a look. There might be a pass out now. Fading rapidly is Io Sky.
Now trying to rally Io here, but Io may be out.
He's out.
Io may be out in the Asuka lock. Able to turn it around. Shoulders down.
Well, a sudden burst from Io just when it looked like it was over. Well, there's nothing left in the tank. Both women running on fumes.
What a physical battle, as personal and emotional as it comes. True disdain for each other. Io Sky now getting the upper hand.
The women simply cannot fathom losing this one.
Oh, Lily Sherman by Asuka. Missed with a kick. Io Sky. To the German of Malone.
Here's one you taught me, Asuka. Thrown back in kind.
Bullet train attack by Io.
Oh, God. In the drop zone, Cole.
Asuka stunned by the bullet train attack. Io Sky, top rope. Over the moonsault. Cover. Io Sky slays her demon.
Absolutely insane performance from both women, leaving it all on the mat tonight. But Io Sky with just enough edge to put down her former mentor. And how good must that feel for the genius of the Sky? But what a turning point this was, Cole. When Asuka going in for the miss, but the smarts of Io Sky with the notebook blocking the miss. Take another look at that. Just at the right moment, a shield blocking that poison. And then it was all Io from there.
I noticed she had no notes on the notepad. Io Sky now with a bullet train attack. And had Asuka exactly where she wanted her for the brilliant over the moonsault. That had to be cathartic for Io Sky. Io with a show of respect that had to be very difficult for Io having to take out Asuka like that. An emotional Asuka tonight. Her former protege, and it appears Asuka is extremely proud of what Io Sky has accomplished. What a match, Wade.
Well, there's no way you can go to a match like that without earning each other's respect. And wow, to these two women, so impressive. Hats off to Io for the victory.
Is Asuka turning face? Or what?
Of what those women should be proud of what they accomplished here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, a bunch of celebrities in the crowd tonight, including members of the NHL's Tampa Bay Lightning, having fun here tonight at Backlash. How about a Godfather from Florida Championship Wrestling? Skinner, Steve Kern, a man who trained Wade Barrett.
He's embarrassed about that, don't mention it.
In the house here tonight, along with Dangerous Dan Spivey, the important development of the career of the late great fight. And there is Steve Kern, who we mentioned earlier, a Godfather from FCW and a man who trained one Wade Barrett. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of Zupa's boxing's most recognizable names, Shane Mosley Jr., makes his promotional debut against Sherry Kovalchuk tomorrow. Another loaded lineup at Zupa 6. The co-main event sees a welterweight matchup between two East Coast warriors as New Jersey's Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez returns to Meta Apex to take on undefeated Massachusetts native James Corella. Catch Zupa 6 live from Meta Apex at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest of all time, John Cena!
Please see about WrestleMania London, please.
This is just so cool, honestly. One of the great things about being on this side now is I really can lean into moments like the one you just allowed me to be part of, because I know there's nobody coming down to kick my teeth in. So thank you so much. Truly, thank you.
Please see about WrestleMania.
A sold-out house full of gratitude and energy, and man, I love to hear it. Thank you. It's moments like this that had me thinking ever since my last match, what will be the next phase of my WWE career? I expected this. You don't know how good that makes me feel. And I think a lot, honestly, I think a lot about that last match. I think a lot about that last evening. I hear you, there were some people who were upset. I, for one, I was truly happy. Honestly, I reflect a lot on that evening and I couldn't be more happy because what was most important to me about that night is we all made it something bigger. If you look at the night in its entirety, it became an evening of opportunity. I made sure whoever my opponent was, they had to win their way in to earn the spot. I kindly asked WWE superstars if they would be gracious enough to give opportunity, which they willingly did, to NXT superstars so they could be in front of a crowd like this and show the world what they got. And think about it. On that night, on that grand stage, for the first time, we saw Sol Ruka. We saw Javon Evans. Yo, we saw Oba Femi.
Oba.
Oba, I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening because this is what the energy sounds like. Oba Femi debuts in December. And 4 months later, he is strutting and kicking Brock Lesnar's ass at WrestleMania. So then it hit me. I'm like, damn, we got to do this again. So we are. I am so honored tonight to announce to you the John Cena Classic. An entire evening of the best of today competing with the best of tomorrow. An entire event where WWE superstars and NXT superstars get an opportunity to give you all they have in hopes to be crowned a champion. That's right. We are making history here tonight because we have a brand new event and the debut of a brand new championship in the WWE. And not just any championship. This is an event, and this is a championship I am personally putting my name on. So I am going to strive for a certain level of excellence, and I'm also going to do everything I can to make it special. I have said time and time again, the biggest superstar in the WWE is the WWE Universe. So on top of a new event, on top of a new championship, for the first time in history, your voice will be heard louder than ever before because you, the audience, the fan will vote to crown the champion of the John Cena Classic. And every participant qualifies, which also means for the first time in history, a superstar might not win their match, but their hustle could earn your respect, win your heart, win your vote, and you can still crown them the John Cena Classic champion. This is a single event that embodies everything I stand for and everything I value, and I cannot stress to you how important it is to me. I promise to give you everything I have to make this an experience that goes beyond just one. I don't want to do this for just 1 year. I want to do it for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. The sky is the limit on this one. I want to take 1 second to thank the superstars like Obafemi that busted their ass on that Saturday to make this crazy idea reality. Hell, let him hear you. He's watching. Let him hear you. I wanted to take a second to thank the WWE for being gracious enough to take a chance on this crazy idea. Man, I hope it works. I want to thank everybody watching at home. Most importantly, I want to thank the city of Tampa Bay. There's a lot of you folks in this crowd tonight that know this city means a lot to me for a whole lot of reasons. And you can add this one to the list. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for the noise.
Wow.
It does sound like you're ready. I will see you at the John Cena Classic. And now, it's time for your main event. Ladies and gentlemen, what an opportunity laid out tonight by none other than John Cena.
Wow, the John Cena Classic.
Yes, indeed. Couldn't agree more. But you know what makes me feel like I got that dog in me, Michael Cole? What is that? A nice can of mug root beer. Has he been here all night? Wait a minute. You're supposed to guzzle it. Found it? Oh, here we go. Club WWE is the ultimate insider membership program designed to bring fans closer to WWE than ever before through exclusive access, rewards, and experiences. If you're interested in becoming a founding member, you can join the waitlist now by visiting WWE.com/club. WWE, sorry that bubbles do that to me. Ooh. My bladder in the main event is going to struggle. Coming up next in our main event, the OTC Roman Reigns takes on his cousin Jacob Fatu. It is for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it is next.
Pressure.
We had Bay Press Monday.
We are faced with two aggressive storms. Call Eisenhower. We have a small window, but the timing must be perfect.
Send my men into the storm. They'll never see it coming. We will accept nothing less than full victory.
Pressure. The untold true story of D-Day. Rated PG-13. Only theaters May 29th with special engagements at Dolby Cinema.
Saturday, June 6th. Super Boxing debuts in the UK. In the main event, the gentleman Chris Smith unleashes his savage ending style against the human hailstorm. Ryan the Bruiser Rosetta, plus Jack One Smack Massey, collides with the explosive Chiffon C4 Clark. Super Boxing 7, Saturday, June 6th. Experience the action live.
Backlash in Italy, May 31st, 2 p.m. Eastern.
So it is the next time we come your way on the ESPN app for Clash in Italy. It is 3 weeks from tomorrow where history will be made in turn. Well, right now, let's check in with our post-show panel, Jackie, Corey, and Big E.
Wow. Be back in a minute, guys.
The tribal chief is back at the head of the table.
I miss this. I'm not asking you to serve me. I'm just asking you to be my blood and stand with me. There could only be a couple reasons you would come out here. To acknowledge me.
Nah, that ain't it. Before WWE, you didn't call me. Jimmy didn't call me. Jay didn't call me. So when y'all was here running the bloodline, I was broke, grinding. I need that title.
Maybe you can beat me, Jacob. I'm not sure you're ready. Little cousin.
You don't deserve it. You haven't earned it. Allowing you to compete against me, that's nepotism. I can't do it. That's gonna take everything from you. He's dangerous, even if I gotta run through my own blood. I am desperate, so I have no other choice but to take you out, take this title, and everything.
The Tongan death grip. You don't do that to family. You don't do that to your tribe chief. There you go.
I need that title.
Ah.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is significance to the lei that is around the neck of Jacob Fatu tonight. It was put together, it was made by the daughter of Haku. Haku named Tongan Death Grip. It is the rare move. It is normally not used. Jacob Fatu has revitalized it, but he committed a sin in the eyes of Roman Reigns and the family. You never use the Tongan Death Grip against a family member.
Yeah, I don't agree with that philosophy whatsoever. Yeah, you can use all your moves against me, except for that one that hurts the most and that I can't get out of. Well, that's like Jacob Fatu said to Roman Reigns, hey, you're not allowed to spear me. You're not allowed to use a Superman punch against me. Doesn't work for me. Not when the World Heavyweight Championship is on my mind.
The tongue death grip is a devastating miracle. You grab the apples apple. You cut the wind off to your opponent, cause them to pass out. Roman Reigns has felt that move the past couple of weeks on Monday Night Raw. If Jacob Fatu blocks it in tonight, we could have a new world champion.
Come on. Come on, Jacob. Fatu. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. One's to the sky, folks. Do. OTC.
The city of Tampa, Florida has meant much to Roman Reigns throughout his entire career. He cut his teeth in the industry just down the road in the old home of Florida Championship Wrestling, FCW, before busting on the scene at NXT and then WWE. He's retained the world title at least 5 different times in this city. Yet tonight, he goes into one of his most personal battles in a family civil war that was started by his cousin in the ring, Jacob Fatu. The warning from Jacob Fatu last night, telling his cousins, the Usos, to stay out of this tonight, or Jacob will burn the entire family to the ground.
Guys, so a very quick one with Clash in Italy being at 7 p.m. I hope to be live by 5:30.
Jacob Fatu, fresh out of prison, would start his wrestling career. Toiling on indie promotions like West Coast Pro.
I will let you know nearer the time.
Many decades before finally arriving on the scene here a couple of years ago. And tonight marks the first match in Jacob Fatu's career for a world championship, a title that Roman Reigns once held for nearly 4 years.
There we go.
Let's head up to the great Alicia Taylor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship! Introducing the challenger from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 291 pounds, the Samoan werewolf,
Jacob Fatu.
And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the OTC,
Jacob Fatu has explained why he is bitter toward his cousin. For the years that Roman Reigns ruled with the bloodline at his side, Jacob Fatu was never invited to join the family. Roman Reigns never brought Jacob Fatu aboard. That is where the issues lie with Jacob. For Roman Reigns, he believes he made Jacob wait. They need to earn his opportunity to come aboard, to come to WWE. And now that he's here, Roman Reigns believes he's been slapped in his face by his cousin and his family member, Jacob Fatu. Roman Reigns faces a very dangerous, a very disturbed, and an unhinged competitor who, as he glances way down at the World Heavyweight Championship, has said he needs this title. He doesn't want it. He needs it for his family. This is a man who, when he got out of prison, was sleeping on a mattress on the floor with his wife and 7 kids.
Starve like Jacob Fatu had to starve for many years, in part because Roman Reigns never invited him into the fray here as part of the bloodline. That is a hunger that will live with you forever. It doesn't matter how many times Jacob Fatu feasts, he will always fight hungry, and he's fighting hungry tonight. And I got to tell you right now, I seriously question that Roman Reigns didn't think that Jacob Fatu had earned that invite. For me, he just knew that Jacob Fatu was the only family member he could not control. Jacob Fatu makes his own.
With a Tongan death threat, forcing Roman Reigns to take this matchup and off the shoulder tackle, Fatu right back up to his feet.
Come on, Jake.
Jacob Fatu is up for the responsibility of being champion.
That's just mind games from Roman Reigns, if you ask me. Clearly, Jacob Fatu is more than capable.
Roman Reigns.
Roman knows it.
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
Would not be a good night for Roman if he lost his championship a month after winning it at WrestleMania. His family member Jacob.
Could you imagine?
How do you keep the title down?
You avoid the Tongan.
Guys, could you imagine that? If Roman Reigns lost
visceral hold. You don't just feel pain. You feel your life slipping away, and it is from fear into
wow.
And I guess on the other hand, Jacob's got to lock in that death grip to have a chance to win the title. And there's a shoulder tackle, shocking Reigns a bit. Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes. That's how he lives his life. Big club now by Reigns. Rolling with a clothesline, and Jacob's still on his feet. Now very hungry. Jacob Fatu, and when you're hungry, Wade, you're dangerous.
Hungry, motivated, and as terrifying and unhinged a force as we have seen in many years in this industry.
Roman Reigns dumped right to an announce table here. And Jacob Fatu now going to fly with a suicide dive. And now the target death grip. Jacob Fatu, his eyes rolling back in his head. Driving Roman now into the post with that death grip again applied.
Oh, what a shock this will be. He's fading.
Trying to suck the life out of Roman Reigns in the early part of this matchup. And that was a little warning, Wade. That was a warning shot across the bow for Jacob Fatu.
That's the master key to defeat in Roman Reigns, and it is the right hand of Jacob Fatu. Luckily for Reigns, that was applied outside the ring by the time he got back in the ring, but immediately on the offense.
Yeah, and a little bit overzealous there, and Roman Reigns able to take control.
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
And again, Roman Reigns trying to punish Fatu here.
Take away the biggest.
And right into the steel post.
That could be a shattered metacarpal right off the bat.
Roman Reigns looking on as Jacob Fatu grabs his hand. Roman continues the attack. And again, you had to know, Wade, Roman Reigns is going to have some sort of way to counter the Tongan death grip.
Well, you know full well Roman is as smart as they go, and he's shown it off in the early goings here.
It is loud in Tampa. 15,215 on hand, sold out. This is our main event for the World Heavyweight title. Roman Reigns, a 7-time world champion. Jacob Fatu in his first ever WWE World Championship match.
Let me ask you this, Cole. If Jacob Fatu does somehow win the World Heavyweight Championship, who is the real chief of the dynasty?
Well, I mean, Jacob Fatu has a claim, right?
Well, you have to be. How can you be the chief of the entire family if a family member is better than you in that ring?
Yeah, but what if
I don't think it holds up.
What if Jacob loses? Will he acknowledge the tribal chief?
I mean, I can't imagine Jacob Fatu acknowledging anybody, but that is what Roman Reigns is demanding. Jacob Fatu falling in line, though, I don't see it. So
2, 3.
These two have been in the ring together before, but in tag team action. First time ever tonight, one-on-one. As Roman Reigns now looks to punish Jacob Fatu, who just grabs the arm of Roman and neutralizes the champion. And Fatu with a wicked short clothesline.
Jacob Fatu is just made of stone. Immediately checking it on that right hand. Thoughts whirring through the mind of the werewolf.
Hey, ask Drew McIntyre what Fatu's all about. That unsanctioned match at WrestleMania. We haven't seen Drew since.
I've been texting Drew. That's 0 replies. Who knows what state McIntyre is currently in, mentally and physically, after that matchup.
We're used to that. And Fatu now dragging Roman back to his feet. Trying to take control of the world champion. Roman driven shoulder first to the post, and Jacob Fatu suddenly has taken over.
There's been modus operandi for Jacob Fatu since arriving in WWE.
Do you think Roman saw this coming?
I think he absolutely knew this was coming. This is why he wanted Jacob Fatu nowhere near WWE.
Jacob's got to be careful now. He's playing the crowd. He's got the champ in trouble. He's got to get his focus back on Roman.
Well, just imagine how high the
and there you go. Perfect point there. Jacob Fatu. Roman Reigns was waiting. He was waiting for Jacob to make that mistake, and here comes the world champ.
All the physical gifts in the world for Fatu, but there's no cheating experience at the top. And when it comes to experience at the top, pacing yourself, poise, timing, nobody beats Roman Reigns.
Coming into the corner again. And Jacob Fatu goes down off the big boots.
This is where confidence may start ebbing away from Jacob Fatu. Roman knows what he's doing here, and here we go.
Locked and loaded. Roman Reigns. Superman punch. In the cover. Full of intensity. Jacob kicks out at one. And right back to his feet. Roman can't believe it.
Roman looks like he's seen a ghost.
Blackjack. And Roman now. Blocks by Fatu. Jacob Fatu with another right hand. Roman sent across the ring, telegraphed by Jacob, and that kick just fired him up even more.
Because everything is bouncing off the Samoan werewolf.
Off the running senton to Roman Reigns.
Normal rules of physicality don't apply inside that ring when Fatu is present.
He reminds me a lot of the late, great Umaga. Fatu now, taking the fight to the world champion.
7, 9, 10.
And speaking of Umaga, what a frightening sight.
I don't know why so many people caught in favor of Jacob.
Oh!
Collapses into the cover. Isn't it up this time? This time 2.5. Referee Sean Bennett right there.
Make no mistake, that was a burst of speed and energy from Roman Reigns, but Roman is hurting in a big way. Just when Fatu put him ahead of steam, catching him cold. Praying for a victory was Roman Reigns, but both men now in a heat.
It has been an amazing night, an electric night today in Tampa. WWE Backlash sold out, 15,215 in the house. For our main event, Roman Jacob for the world title. What an opportunity for Jacob Fatu.
This is Roman just processing information as the match continues. Where are my strengths lying now? Where are my weaknesses? What about my opponents? How do I beat this guy?
Roman Reigns now. Here's the drive-by. Classic Reigns.
The back of the head of Jacob Fatu catching those steel steps. It's like a double whammy there, and Roman's got some ideas here.
Yeah, they like to look at Roman Reigns' eyes as he now tears apart our announce table here at ringside.
This is where things turn really ugly in a hurry. And with these kind of competitive... Oh
no! Jacob Fatu.
Tongue and death grips in.
Jacob with a tongue and death grip. Locked in on Roman Reigns, who may be fading here. Jacob with Roman up top. And a powerbomb through the table to Roman Reigns. And Jacob's got to get the champ back in the ring, Wade. He's got to get the champ back in the ring.
Is Jacob Fatu locked in on winning this match? Or is he getting carried away with physical destruction here?
Well, he's got to destroy Roman to win the damn match at a count of 7 now. Roman sent back into the ring. Jacob Fatu's got a chance. Jacob Fatu with a massive opportunity here. Roman Reigns trying to drag himself somehow up in the corner as Jacob Fatu waits for an attack. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Cover! Jacob kicked out!
Well, what a roll of the dice from Roman Reigns. This desperation spear connecting flush should be the action net. Not when you're in there with the werewolf.
Roman Reigns learning a lot about his cousin tonight, as is the 15,000 plus here in Tampa, the millions watching around the world. World Heavyweight Championship at stake. Reigns and Fatu. And that spear knocked the wind out of Fatu, and then the unbelievable kick out by the Samoan werewolf.
That was right after Roman Reigns had been powerbombed through our announce table. That's why Roman is who he is, bouncing back from that.
Roman trying to feed off the WWE fans here tonight.
Reigns walk this path of maximum threat more than anyone, usually surviving.
Never can Jacob Fatu survive. After the spear, Fatu dragging himself up in the corner. Roman Reigns with the roar. Jacob Fatu caught by Samoa drop. Dragging Roman Reigns into position. Here comes Fatu. Body moves up. He connects. Look at it. Will we have a new champ?
the championship rank intact, keeping his position at the head of the following intact. Unfathomable explosive strength of
Bloody hell.
from Fatu, followed up by this double jump. Mighty moonsault. What a landing it was.
But here's the question, Wade. Fatu hit Roman with everything. And Roman still kicked out. And now Fatu's losing it. Unhinged. The headbutt finger on the champion.
Yeah, this is where Fatu can be his own worst enemy. You've got to stay in control now. You have a massive upper hand. You have one hand on the World Heavyweight Championship. Finish the job.
Fatu now mounting the champion, delivering right hands. Family ties be damned tonight.
Forget about family. Be a cold, violent war in that ring. It is worth it.
Jacob understands and realizes what winning the championship means to his life, to the life of his family. Everything changes in a split second when that happens.
The security for you and your family for the rest of your days.
And Fatu now going to climb up to the top rope yet again. Roman prone. Kenny got the knees up. Went for a swanton. Roman Reigns got the knees up, and Roman may have done damage.
Well, Fatu got distracted by people in the crowd yelling at him, and that may have been enough for Roman to get a knee up. But how bad is that right knee of Roman Reigns?
And again, it was the second time tonight Fatu got caught taunting with the crowd and allowed Roman to capitalize. But again, to your point, Roman's knees are hurting.
Think about the adrenaline inside both these competitors, but Roman Reigns knows how to channel that adrenaline. It's a main event championship on the line against arguably the best of this generation. A man who walks on water, Roman Reigns. Fatu must be buzzing, and he's not controlling it right now.
And Roman dropped in the corner. Backing it on up. Jacob Fatu. Big fight field tonight in Tampa. Another one. Fatu.
Relentlessly following the tribal chief who he refuses to acknowledge.
And now calling for the Tongan death grip. He's already made Roman pass out once last week. Looking to do it again. And this time for the world title.
Roman's tap looks completely twisted.
Tongan death grip is in. Roman Reigns struggling, middle of the ring. Does he have a counter?
And Life Force slipping away for the tribal chief, and with it, his grip on the World Heavyweight Championship.
And Roman may be fading. It's in, locked in tight, cutting the breath off, cutting the air to the lungs of Roman Reigns, who's now down to one knee. The champion fading. The official shot getting right in his face, trying to see if Roman Reigns is going to give up and give the title to Fatu.
And those eyes have turned into deep black pits. Roman Reigns. Oh, God.
Roman may be out. Oh, no. Roman Reigns may be out. It may be Jacob Fatu's moment here. Roman Reigns stepped away. One last gasp for the champ.
Tapping into that something extra that puts guys like Roman above and beyond everyone.
No call. Referee.
Right to the eyes of Jacob Fatu, perhaps inadvertent in the process, but it did the job.
Superman punch. Fatu still on his feet. Roman Reigns with another one. Fatu still on his feet. What does Roman have to do to put Fatu down?
Maybe mission impossible, Cole.
Big kick. Oh, and a Superman punch off the pop-up. Spear by Reigns. Cover.
Okay, now.
Roman can't believe it.
Way more than 2.5 calls. I thought that was it. Pop-up, a great reaction. Superman punch followed by a flush spear. And somehow a kick out. And damn, that one was close.
It is loud tonight in Tampa. A World Heavyweight Championship match that is not disappointing.
Loud in Tampa, but you need calm in the mind if you're a competitor at this point. And the calm is disappearing.
And now again. Jacob Fatu with the target desperate. Locked in once again on the champion.
Roman bowling at the referee, dropped his goal way on.
Now Roman grabbing at the official Sean Bend again. Roman now to the corner. And the turnbuckle ripped off. The turnbuckle pad taken off the turnbuckle now. All exposed. And Jacob Fatu. Head first into the turnbuckle. Spear by Reigns. Cover now by Roman Reigns. Roman retains the title.
And still the World Heavyweight Champion, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
Wade, the champion Roman Reigns, survived.
I have no clue how Roman just won that matchup with the life getting squeezed out of his jugular by Jacob Fatu. I mean, you tell me who looks like the winner here. Roman Reigns is spent.
Well, desperately, Reigns grabbed the turnbuckle, which exposed the spear. And it allowed Reigns to capitalize. And now Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu now is enraged.
Jacob's completely lost it. We said he's unhinged.
Get out of there, Bennett. Gonna do you any good being in the ring. Get out of there.
No talking sense to the Samoan werewolf.
And now the target desperate again on Roman Reigns. Roman defenseless here. He barely survived this match. The official trying to get Jacob off the champion.
Oh, no.
Come on now.
I mean, the disappointment from Fatu just too much, unfathomable in his mind, and he was not going to win here tonight.
Well, Jacob Fatu, he called his shot. He stepped up, and you come at the king, you better not miss. And that's what Jacob did tonight. And now Jacob Fatu, wiping out officials out here. Our general manager, Adam Pearce, from Monday Night Raw, out here as well.
And this is why so many people didn't want Fatu in WWE. He cannot be controlled.
He's unhinged.
He's an absolute menace.
Back into the target, desperate on Roman Reigns. A devil has been awoken here tonight.
Jacob Fatu was just on completely foul in that ring. And you can ignore the
ball. Look at Roman. Roman foaming at the mouth. His airways are cut off. They've got to get Fatu off him before some serious damage is done to the tribal chief here. I told you. I told you. I told you. This is the Jacob Fatu Wade we were all warned about. This is the Samoan werewolf. This is the unhinged version of the man, and he was pushed to this tonight.
This is the version of the Samoan werewolf we've all been terrified of seeing.
This is the version of Jacob Fatu that Roman Reigns wanted to keep far, far away from his family.
That sight on your screen right now is the reason why. Roman survived without a skin of his teeth.
Coming back.
Fatu's back. And again, back for the target death grip on the champion. Pull the cops. Get somebody out here. Handcuff this guy.
Scoundrels or something. He is unrelenting here.
You got a half a dozen men in there that can't pry Fatu away from the champion. What could have been for Jacob Fatu, but perhaps his pursuit of the championship isn't over.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that does bring this live stream to a close. So, thank you millions for everyone that has tuned in, and we will see you again soon with more wrestling content.